Good afternoon, fellow patriots. A conservative patriot here. Well, the package has arrived. I'm probably gonna get some hate for this. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I got this flag and why it's so important for every American. Okay, here we go. It came in unscathed. Thank you. So there's a lot of history with this flag. No, it's not racist. So you left this people out there. This was the exact flag our soldiers used in the revolution. That's why it is so important. I just don't want it to hit the ground. And it's not. Okay, good. Sweet. That's why I got it. I didn't get it because it was cool because no. I got it because it's a symbol of our history and our heritage and what it took for us to be the greatest country on earth. That's why I got that. It's not a hateful symbol. It's American history. What I have here. But I'll probably get some hate. I'm sure. Yeah. So I think I'd show you that. Beautiful, isn't it? It's the Betsy cross flag. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? Beautiful piece of American history. Our soldiers fought with that flag. Our soldiers definitely fought with that flag. So I'm just trying to figure out how that flag is racist. Oh, we can't say that. Right, whatever. Or if it's hateful to America when it's a part of American history. And the fact that these Antifa gang are just, burning the American flag, that's a symbol of traitor. That's considered a traitor to America. And President Trump, you definitely need to label these Antifa people as domestic terrorists, because that's what they are. They're violent, and they're just awful people. So let me give you a little history, and then we'll get to a couple of articles. This flag right here, the Betsy Ross flag, represents the 13 original colonies. Not racism or hatred for America. No. That's the exact flag that George Washington led his men, who spilled their guts and spilled their blood to make this country what it is today. That's what it's a symbol of, and that's why so many Americans have this flag, because they understand what it actually represents. Not racism, not hatred for America like you let this dingbats do think it is. It's a symbol of American history. That flag is played an important role for our armies. And believe it or not, the United States Army was formed around that time. The United States Marine Corps was formed around that time. And so many other things. So many other military branches. The National Guard. Where do you think it came from? The American Revolution. Actually, I think the National Guard is probably the oldest military branch. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. I could be wrong on that. But it's a symbol of a remembrance of what was and what is today, basically. So now we got some pretty good news, which I'm very excited to share with you all. Remember, you guys, they were trying to go after Brett Kavanaugh, Justice Brett Kavanaugh, trying to get him out of the high Supreme Court. Well, backfired on the Democrats again, didn't it? Yes, I love it. I love it when they lose. All right, hold on. Let's get this done. Hold on, Ken. I'll get you. Uh-oh. Okay, here's the name of the article. I'm gonna actually read it here so you guys can understand what I'm saying. So, thank you for the person for pointing that out. Sometimes I don't realize that I'm doing that. So, thank you. Okay, and trending politics. Um, new. Oh, you putz. Oh, you bonehead. New lawsuit has Brett Kavanaugh smiling ear to ear. Okay, let's read why. Democrats wage all-out war on Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh last year, and they haven't stopped trying to find new ways to have him removed from the high court. See, this is how low the Democrats will go to take somebody out that they don't agree with. And I actually like Justice Brett Kavanaugh. He's doing a great job so far. But now a lawsuit has been filed that more than likely has Kavanaugh smiling from ear to ear. Yes. The Huffington Post, a notoriously liberal media outlet, go figure, published a story alleging two students of Georgetown Prep where Kavanaugh attended high school. Oh, for God's sakes, you're going back to this? Come on. For the love of Pete. The guy was not there. For the love of Pete. Sold lethal amounts of cocaine to David Kennedy, the nephew of Robert F. Kennedy, in 1984. Really? So now we get another allegation. Oh, for the love of... Yeah. The two Georgetown prep students, Derek Evans and Douglas Kennedy, have filed a defamation suit against the Huffington Post for this. Oh, good. Good for them. Well, for the salacious hit piece. Good. Hope they sue them and go out of business. You putts. Okay. The Florida Ledger reports. Liberals. You're never gonna win. A Guilford professor and advocate is suing the national news website HuffPost's alleged defamation involving a September 2018 story on U.S. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh's days at Georgetown Prep School. Okay. Derek Evans' lawsuit was filed Wednesday in U.S. District Court in Gulfport against HuffPost and its former journalist Ashley Feinberg. The lawsuit said HuffPost and Feinberg reportedly defamed Evans and friend Douglas Kennedy to a nationwide audience on multiple occasions in September 2018 by falsely asserting that they helped arrange the purchase and delivery of cocaine at Georgetown Prep that resulted in April 1984. Death of David Kennedy, Douglas' brother, and the son of the late U.S. Attorney General and Senator Robert F. Kennedy. These statements were not only false and defamatory, but outrageously so, and were published by defendants with knowledge of their actual falsity or in reckless disregard of the truth of the apparent purpose of creating a salacious story designed to drive internet traffic to HuffPost's website, the lawsuit said. That's what they said. In October, the FBI gave Congress its final report into the fundamental background check after Democrats demanded it. You know how that goes. The reports revealed that there was no support for the allegations of sexual misconduct against Kavanaugh. There you go. The FBI's investigation was in response to several women coming forward with weak allegations against Kavanaugh soon after the Trump nominated him to the Supreme Court. Ford alleged Kavanaugh groped her at a party around 1983. She has no witnesses or evidence to support her claims. Because let's go back to that hearing. It was this god awful how the Democrats and how this woman treated Justice Brett Kavanaugh during his confirmation hearing. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was a disgrace. That knowing that they were sending death threats to him and his family. You don't do that. That's just sick. Julie Switnick wrote in a sworn affidavit that Kavanaugh drugged women, took part in gang rapes, and implied that Kavanaugh may have sexually assaulted her in the 1980s at one of the high school parties. Then she walked back all three. She walked back all three of those assertions, contradicting her original claims. While liberals with their absolute best to thwart Kavanaugh's nomination and attack him with baseless allegations, he has also awarded the American Bar Association's highest honor. What does that tell you? Conservatives believe it's time for fake news reports to be held accountable for the smear campaign against Kavanaugh. I totally agree with that. Yeah. So you see, they had a lawsuit going on against Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, and guess what? Because there was no allegation, there was no evidence of him actually doing this ridiculous stuff, and I don't think Justice Brett Kavanaugh would be that capable of doing something like that. What the Democrats did to him was awful, and they should be ashamed of themselves for putting this man through hell during his inauguration, during the swearing in. But see, this is the level the Democrats will go to try to take down somebody they don't agree with, because they know that Justice Kavanaugh is going to do a fantastic job, and he has, might I add. So you see, this flag right here, the Betsy Ross flag, is not a symbol of racism. It's not a symbol of hate. It's a symbol of how we fought to keep to make this country what it is today. They put that man through hell last year. I saw the whole hearing, and the whole time, the Democrats who were doing the hearing were just trying to destroy him. That's all this was. It was an attempt to destroy this man's life, and it backfired on the Democrats like it always does. That is why it is so important to vote these Trump-hating Democrats out of this Congress. We need to vote these people out because they're evil. They're anti-American. They're anti-Semitism. They don't want to follow anything but their own agenda. Now, here's something that I was thinking about while I was at work today. I was like, You know, it's so funny that, the fake news media is pushing these fake narratives. Want to know why? Let me tell you why. Because the Democrats tell them what to say to the American people. So in other words, the Democrats give them a script. They read it, and then they go on the air with it. Then they put all these ridiculous lies about President Trump, everybody that's in his cabinet, his family. It's all just a political hit. And like I said about the red flag law, I don't think it's a good idea. But the president is starting to understand that, and I don't think he's going to go that route. And he hasn't done anything yet, so we have to wait and see what he does. He might have something else different available. We don't know. So for people to sit there and say, doubt President Trump for what he's doing, you got to look at the statistics here. Do I like these red flag laws? No, because they definitely, that's definitely bad. But I definitely think that Eric Trump and Donald Trump, Jr. are definitely talking to him about this. Say, listen, you can't do this. It's unconstitutional. It's going to hurt you your re-election. And he's starting to listen. All you guys gonna do is, message President Trump on Twitter. I guarantee you'll probably respond. Say, hey, listen, this red flag law is not the way to go. That's all. He doesn't ignore people. He listens to us. It's like everybody thought he was gonna get us into a nuclear war with North Korea. Look at how that went. What happened? Instead of that, we're trying to get negotiation talks with Kim Jong Un, and it's going pretty good. So this is very important. Why these Democrats need to leave, because all they're going to do is continue to investigate. And it's so good to see that there's some Republicans that are running for Congress, like Laura Loomer. This new Congress person, I think, wants to take AOC's position. I think she'll do great. I forget her name. She sounds great. But until you get them in there, that's what happens. You gotta see what they do. Then you can make a determination later. So that's the reason why I got the Betsy, this flag right here. It's on top of my my air conditioning unit. Is because it represents this country's freedom, independence free from Great Britain, and not for that what it took to get there. Not the racism and the hate that you think this flag represents, because it doesn't represent any of those two. And you people out there know that. So that's a bit of good news. It just shows you the level these Democrats will go to destroy somebody's life. Think I'm kidding? They destroy many lives. Trust me. And this is why we need to vote Republican. And to all these Republicans that are showing no backbone, shame on you. We need Republicans that gotta have a backbone, and not cave into the leftist radical Democrats and the left globalist agenda. We need Republicans that are gonna stand for the American people instead of caving into these leftist evil people. What's going on, folks? And this is why we need to keep fighting. And I'm happy to report I got a couple of honks for having that small Trump 2020 flag. It's a small version of this one. And I mounted it on my bike, and I got beep, 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 beep all the way down Route 9. It was cool. It was like beep, beep, beep. And I was like, yeah. So, for all you people that, question about this whole thing, what President Trump is doing, but there is some good news. Trump did slap China with 30% tariff on China. And they do not want to negotiate because they know that's going to wreck their economy. If you guys don't know, they have been ripping us off for many, many, many years. He's absolutely right about that. And we just made a good, excellent agricultural deal with Japan. So that's we're still going to benefit either way. So we reached a deal with Japan. That was the highlight. I think it was yesterday, I think it was yesterday that it happened. And there's just a lot going on, folks, and we need to keep praying for President Trump, his family, the whole Trump administration, and and Mike Pence, Karen Pence, and their relatives as well. He did announce that he's going to run again with President Trump in 2020, so that's awesome. He's done great work. Great work. He's a pro-life advocate. So is President Trump. And for those who sit there and say that's the thing I find interesting about these liberals also is that they have no facts based on what they're claiming. Did you guys ever notice that these liberals and the people that hate this man, President Trump, have no actual facts that he's racist or a white supremacist, a Nazi, a bigot? They only believe what the Democrats are telling us. See, this is what I've been saying this in so many videos, and so this is what they're doing. They want division in this country. They want hatred. They want violence, and they don't care. They're wasting your taxpayer dollars for this stuff. Yeah. Let that sink in for a minute. They're wasting your taxpayer dollars on this stuff, on this crap. This ridiculous act of violence, hatred, and division. That's what they want. They want us to fight each other to the point where it goes to a civil war. I've been saying this how long? They want civil war. They want it. So they're realizing quite quickly that they're losing on all fronts. That we, the American people, are prospering again. And small businesses are thriving. Millions of jobs were created. 6,200,000 as of last month. Should I keep going? Gotta start those disaster deals like NAFTA, making better deals out of them. That's what Trump's trying to do right now. I don't know if you guys watched the G7 summit. G7 summit in France. That's where the deal was made with Japan, by the way. So Trump's genius, don't ever question it, because he knows what he's doing. He's dealt with China before. He knows how to deal with these people, okay? This fact check there. He's dealt with them many times. He knows how to deal with them, trust me. When he was a businessman. When he had his billionaire lifestyle. And he gave it up to bring this country back. That's what people are forgetting. He gave up his billionaire life. He could have been the happiest mother trucker in the world. And, just could have continued to live his life in full retirement, reap the benefits. No. He saw how bad this country was, and he wanted to bring it back. And he has done that. The Democrats are going to do everything they can to get him out of office, and nothing's going to work. Every time, it's going to fall back flat on their face. This is what the Democrats want to do too. They want to get rid of this burnt, throw it out of here. They want to get rid of this too. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Bill of Rights. So they want to make it so you don't have rights as an American citizen. That's why we need to fight to keep this in our land. Our forefathers didn't create the U.S. Constitution for no reason. They built it because they had a better understanding of what country's laws were to be and how it should be. And that's why I encourage everybody to get this book. You can get it off Amazon. I think I only paid $12 for it. It's originally $25 plus tax, whatever. But you can get your own copy of the Constitution. This is what the Democrats want to do. They want to get rid of this. It's quite apparent. They want to get rid of this book. All the writings of the Constitution. Not President Trump. He wants to keep these and fight. He's fighting daily to keep the U.S. Constitution. So you see, this flag here, that's on right here, the Betsy Ross flag, is part of our history. It's part of our heritage, and that's the exact flag that our soldiers used to march to defeat Great Britain during the Revolutionary War. It's not a symbol of hate. It's not racism the way you leftists think. It's part of American history and culture. Do your research, people. Seriously. And what got me into American history, or history in general, is the fact that I was taught this when I was in the 5th or 6th grade. Her name was Mrs. Lasasso. She was an amazing teacher, history teacher. I see her once in a while. I say, hey, how you doing? And also we had Mrs. Goodwin. She was awesome too. We did a lot of good stuff with her. We did like went out of trade like other countries were. It was cool. Now we did cool things back in the day. But what really interested me was our country's history and what it stood for. And I went to the Boston Sea Tour. I went to Boston where they dumped the tea in the Boston Harbor. That was awesome. I went to Old Stubbers Village. That was awesome too. They talked to us about, what it was like back then. If you didn't pay attention in school, they would whack you in the wrist for not paying attention. Back in the day. Not anymore, I'm just saying back in the day. And they do reenactments there too, which is pretty cool. Revolutionary. They do a lot of Revolutionary War battles there. It's very neat. So if you guys ever come out to this neck of the woods, go out there, man. It's you'll learn so much. Well, I enjoyed that very much, and I'm just proud every day that I get to wake up in the greatest country on earth, which is the United States of America. And I have a job, I have a roof over my head, and I have money that I could buy nice things. I have more money in my paycheck now. What more do you want? But that's never good enough to the liberals or anybody that hates Trump. It's never good enough. So, that's that theory. There are many soldiers who fell waving this flag in the air during the Revolutionary War. This flag right here. Who were killed marching with this flag. And that's why I got it. Because it's a symbol of our country's history. Not just that, of what our forefathers did to make this great nation what it is today. That's why I got that flag. Not because it's a symbol of hate or racism. It's because it's a symbol of American history. And what our forefathers did to make this great country what it is today. So, let that sink in. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. I'm not gonna bother unboxing the poll because you guys already seen what this one is, so I'm pretty sure it's probably the same thing. So, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. God bless you all. God bless our elected president, Donald John Trump, and God bless America. Let freedom ring. Let's keep fighting to keep President Trump in the office, and stop doubting him. I've seen enough of that. Stop doubting President Trump. The man knows what he's doing. We gotta trust the plan. Anyway, I gotta get out of here, guys. Hope you guys have hope you guys enjoyed today's report. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. God bless you all. And God bless America.